Mike Mussina is one of the most respected names in MLB history. I'm Alder Santos, and welcome to our channel, Legends of Baseball. However, his journey to success was rarely accompanied by the spotlight that other baseball stars enjoyed. Known for his strategic approach, accuracy, and durability, Mussina built a career marked by consistency and skill, challenging the conventions of how a pitcher should perform. Although he never won a World Series, his influence on the league is undeniable. When he retired in 2008, many realized they were witnessing the end of an era, and that true greatness doesn't always need flashes of camera lights to be recognized. During his 18 years in MLB, mostly with the Baltimore Orioles and New York Yankees, Mussina stood out for his rare ability to reinvent himself over time, adapting to changes in the league while maintaining his competitiveness. His ability to dominate hitters without relying on brute strength is what set him apart from many of his contemporaries. With a diverse arsenal of pitches and a sharp mentality, Mussina became the reliable pitcher that any team dreamed of having. Even without winning World Series titles, his consistent high-level performance kept him among the best of his generation. Watch this video until the end to discover the details behind Mike Mussina's impressive career and understand how he became a baseball legend. We want to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment and share what you think about Mussina's legacy and the impact he had on the game. Mussina's pursuit of perfection was also reflected in his individual achievements. With 5 All-Star selections, 7 Gold Glove awards, and a career total of 270 wins, he established himself as one of the best pitchers of his time. However, what makes his story even more fascinating is what many consider to be the unanswered question of an almost perfect career, but without immediate recognition for the Hall of Fame. Mussina retired with the type of legacy that few pitchers achieve. Away from the spotlight, but undeniably immortalized by accomplishments that weren't shaped by just one championship, but by a career that spanned over a decade with exceptional performance. Mike Mussina was born on December 8, 1968, in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, a city known as the home of the Little League World Series. From an early age, he showed talent for baseball, standing out both in high school and in youth leagues. Playing for Montoursville Area High School, he quickly caught the attention of scouts due to his precise control and intelligence on the mound. His impressive performance earned him a scholarship to one of the most prestigious universities in the United States. Mussina chose to continue his academic and athletic career at Stanford University, where he further honed his skills as a pitcher. Playing for the Stanford Cardinal, he was part of a highly competitive baseball program and helped the team maintain its status among the best in the country. During his time at university, he faced talented hitters and gained experience in high-level games, factors that contributed to his growth as an athlete. His talent did not go unnoticed, and he was selected in the 1987 MLB draft by the Baltimore Orioles, but he decided to delay his entry into professional baseball to complete part of his academic education. This decision showed his maturity and commitment to developing both academically and athletically. In 1990, after a solid performance at Stanford, Mussina entered the draft again and was selected by the Orioles in the first round as the 20th overall pick. By signing with the Baltimore Orioles, he began his transition from college baseball to the minor leagues, where he quickly demonstrated that he was ready for the MLB. His exceptional control and ability to adapt to the demands of professional play accelerated his rise. In 1991, after just 1 year in the minors, he made his MLB debut, marking the beginning of a brilliant career that would last nearly 2 decades. Mike Mussina was selected by the Baltimore Orioles in the first round of the 1990 draft as the 20th overall pick after an excellent college career at Stanford. His talent as a pitcher was already evident, especially due to his intelligence on the mound and precise control. by signing with the Orioles. He began his professional journey in the minors, but his quick adaptation to professional baseball made it clear he wouldn't take long to reach the MLB. On August 4th, 1991, Mussina made his Major League Baseball debut against the Chicago White Sox. Despite the pressure of playing at the highest level, he showed maturity and skill from the start. Even though he faced some typical challenges of a rookie, he quickly made it clear that he had the potential to become an elite pitcher. His performance in the few games that season was enough to guarantee him a more prominent role in the Orioles rotation the following year. By 1992, his first full season in the MLB, Mussina solidified his place as one of the most reliable pitchers on the team. With an impressive ERA of 2.54 and a record of 18 wins and 5 losses, he quickly became the strong arm of the Orioles rotation. His varied repertoire, including a precise fastball and an effective sinker, made him a difficult opponent for any batter. Moreover, his cerebral approach to the game allowed him to adapt quickly to different situations. Throughout the 1990s, Mussina maintained a remarkable level of consistency, frequently being at the top of the team's statistics. He stood out not only for his durability, but also for his high baseball IQ, which helped him outsmart opponents even without relying solely on the speed of his pitches. As a result, the Orioles had a true ace in Mussina, someone who could be called upon for critical moments and would deliver solid performances in nearly every game he pitched. For most of the 1990s, Mike Mussina established himself as the Orioles' ace, consistently ranking among the best in the American League. He accumulated seasons with 15 or more wins, solidifying his reputation as a reliable and consistent pitcher. In 1994, he was selected for his first All-Star game, a well-deserved recognition for his dominant performance. Mussina was known for his surgical precision, impeccable control, and ability to mix pitches intelligently to keep opposing hitters off balance. During the 1996 and 1997 playoffs, Mussina was one of the key players for the Orioles. In particular, his performance in the 1997 ALCS against the Cleveland Indians made history. He recorded 25 strikeouts in 2 games, a record at the time, but unfortunately, the Orioles were eliminated. Despite not winning a title, Mussina proved he could shine under the most intense pressure, further increasing his prestige in the league. Throughout his time in Baltimore, Mussina accumulated 5 All-Star Game selections and 4 Gold Glove awards, excelling not only as a great pitcher, but also as an outstanding defender on the mound. However, despite his incredible performances, the Orioles failed to provide him with the necessary support to pursue a championship. In 2000, with the franchise in decline and no prospect for championship contention, Mussina decided to test the free agent market, seeking a team that could give him a real chance at winning a World Series ring. In November 2000, Mike Mussina signed a 6-year contract with the New York Yankees, joining a franchise that had been riding a victorious dynasty in the 1990s. His arrival generated great expectations, as the Yankees sought to maintain their dominance in the MLB. Mussina immediately fit into the rotation and continued to show the consistency that marked his career, becoming a key figure for the team. In his first season with the Yankees in 2001, he almost threw a perfect game against the Boston Red Sox, only being stopped on the last batter of the game. Additionally, he helped the team reach the World Series, where the Yankees faced the Arizona Diamondbacks in one of the most exciting series in history. Despite his excellent performance in the playoffs, the Yankees lost in Game 7, frustrating Mussina's search for a title. In the following years, Mussina continued as one of the Yankees' top pitchers, helping the team remain one of the most competitive in the American League. Even without winning a title, he had memorable playoff performances, such as in 2003, when he made a crucial relief appearance in Game 7 of the ALCS against the Red Sox, paving the way for the iconic Yankees win with Aaron Boone's home run. As he aged, Mussina adjusted his style of play. He lost some speed on his fastball, but compensated with even more precision and intelligence, proving to be a true strategist on the mound. Despite occasional fluctuations in performance, he remained one of the team's most reliable pitchers throughout the 2000s. During the 1990s, Mike Mussina established himself as one of the most dominant pitchers in the American League, being the true ace of the Baltimore Orioles. From his first full season in 1992, when he posted an impressive ERA of 2.54 and 18 wins, Mussina demonstrated that he had the talent to be one of the best in the league. His ability to control the strike zone and confuse batters with a variety of refined pitches made him a key player for the Orioles. Year after year, Mussina remained among the best in the American League. He accumulated 5 seasons with at least 18 wins and several campaigns with an ERA below 3.50. A remarkable feat in an era dominated by hitters. His combination of precision, intelligence, and durability ensured he was one of the most feared pitchers in the league. Between 1992 and 1999, he finished 6 times among the top 5 in the Cy Young Award voting, the prize given to the best pitcher in the league. In addition to his excellence in the Orioles rotation, Mussina was a constant presence in the All-Star game, being selected 5 times during the decade. His recognition as one of the league's best reflected his impact on the mound. He was not only efficient but also reliable, being one of the pitchers who consistently delivered quality and consistency every season. Another factor that marked Mussina's career in the 90s was his defensive ability. He won 4 Gold Glove awards, standing out as one of the best pitchers defensively as well. His quick reactions to hits and intelligence in covering bases showed that he was a complete player, contributing to his team in various ways beyond just getting batters out. Despite his brilliant performances, Mussina was never able to lead the Orioles to a World Series title, often falling short against more complete teams. His playoff performances, however, were memorable. In 1997, he had a historic performance in the ALCS against the Cleveland Indians, recording 25 strikeouts in 2 games, a record at the time. Even so, the Orioles were eliminated, frustrating Mussina's quest for a championship once again. At the end of the decade, with the Orioles entering a period of decline, Mussina began to consider new opportunities to pursue a title. His performance in Baltimore was spectacular, but the lack of a competitive team led him to make a tough decision. In 2000, he became a free agent, ending nearly a decade of success in Baltimore and opening the door for a new chapter in his career with the Yankees. When Mike Mussina signed with the New York Yankees in 2001, he had a clear goal: to win a World Series title, something that had eluded him during his years in Baltimore. The Yankees were, at the time, the dominant franchise in MLB, coming off 3 consecutive titles, 1998, 1999, and 2000, and looking for another one to add to their dynasty. Mussina arrived as a major addition to the rotation and quickly stood out as one of the team's most reliable pitchers. In his first season with the Yankees, Mussina had an excellent performance, recording 17 wins, a 3.15 ERA, and 214 strikeouts. One of the most iconic moments of that season was his near-perfect game against the Boston Red Sox, when he was just 1 strike away from completing a perfect game before Carl Everett broke up the attempt with a single. Despite the disappointment, the game exemplified Mussina's dominance and precision on the mound. In the following years, Mussina maintained his consistency and helped the Yankees remain one of the best teams in the league. He had consecutive seasons with more than 15 wins and solid performances in playoff games. In 2003, he was crucial in helping the Yankees reach the World Series, having a memorable moment in the ALCS against the Red Sox, when he entered as an unexpected reliever in Game 7 and shut down Boston's explosive offense, allowing the Yankees to win with Aaron Boone's famous home run. Despite his contributions, the World Series title continued to elude him. In 2001, the Yankees reached the finals but lost to the Arizona Diamondbacks in a dramatic series decided in the final game. In 2003, once again in the World Series, they were defeated by the Florida Marlins. Mussina, who had been so dominant in the playoffs, never managed to cross the finish line with a championship ring. Even without the title, Mussina continued to be one of the most respected pitchers in MLB, accumulating more Gold Glove awards and maintaining his elite production. He was a veteran leader on the team, known for his intelligence and meticulous approach to the game. During his final seasons, he faced physical challenges and the inevitable decline in the speed of his pitches, but he reinvented himself as an even more strategic pitcher, compensating for the loss of power with impeccable control. In 2008, at 39 years old, Mussina finally reached a historic milestone. His first 20-win season, an impressive feat for a player in his final year in the league. After this brilliant campaign, he decided to retire at the peak of his career, never having won a World Series title, but leaving behind a legacy as one of the most consistent and respected pitchers of his generation. Though the title eluded him, his contributions to the Yankees and to baseball as a whole ensured that his name would be immortalized in the Hall of Fame in 2019. Mike Mussina was a pitcher who stood out not only for his physical ability, but mainly for his precision and intelligence when facing batters. He did not rely solely on speed to dominate the game, but rather on a combination of impeccable control, a varied pitch repertoire, and a strategic approach in every mound battle. His ability to place the ball exactly where he wanted made him able to avoid wasting pitches and consistently induce batters to make mistakes. Throughout his career, Mussina mastered different types of pitches, including a fastball with precise command, a devastating changeup, a sharp curve, and an effective sinker. He knew exactly when to use each of them to exploit opponents' weaknesses, making him one of the hardest pitchers to predict. As the years passed, as his natural velocity began to decrease, he reinvented himself, adjusting his mechanics and strategy to remain effective. What truly made Mussina special was his ability to adapt. He studied opposing batters deeply and adjusted his game plan as needed. This knowledge and tactical intelligence ensured his longevity in the league, allowing him to remain competitive even against the best hitters of his time. His control and cerebral approach to baseball not only ensured his individual success, but also served as a model for future generations of pitchers. Mike Mussina built a career filled with individual achievements and impressive numbers that solidified his reputation as one of the best pitchers of his generation. He was a five-time All-Star, representing both the Baltimore Orioles and the New York Yankees, demonstrating his consistency and dominance over the years. Additionally, his defensive skills also stood out, earning him 7 Gold Glove awards. A remarkable feat for a pitcher, as few were as effective at controlling the game, both on and off the mound. His numbers over 18 seasons in MLB reflect his longevity and excellence. Mussina finished his career with 270 wins, a number that places him among the most victorious pitchers of the modern era. His ability to accumulate wins was a result of his consistency, remaining competitive for nearly 2 decades while facing some of the most dangerous hitters in baseball history. In addition to his wins, Mussina also stood out for his impressive total of 2,813 strikeouts, proving that, even without relying solely on velocity, he knew how to effectively eliminate batters. He combined precise pitching with intelligence, inducing swings and misses while exploiting opponents' weaknesses. His ability to deceive batters made him one of the most difficult pitchers to face. Another number that reinforces his elite status among pitchers is his career ERA of 3.68. Considering Mussina spent his entire career in the powerful American League, facing lineups filled with stars and designated hitters, Keeping an ERA below 4.00 is a testament to his efficiency and dominance. His impeccable control and ability to avoid unnecessary walks helped keep his ERA at a competitive level. Mussina also accumulated 57 complete games and 23 shutouts, showcasing his ability to stay on the mound and be a true workhorse for his teams. At a time when bullpens were becoming more widely used, he remained one of the last of the old-school pitchers, frequently completing games and taking on the responsibility of leading his team to victory with minimal bullpen help. Although he never won a Cy Young Award, Mussina finished in the top 5 in voting 6 times, reinforcing his place among the best pitchers of his era. His impact was so significant that even without a Cy Young or a World Series title, his legacy remained strong, culminating in his induction into the Hall of Fame in 2019, a well-deserved recognition for a career defined by consistency, intelligence, and technical mastery. The 2008 season was a special chapter in Mike Mussina's career. At 39 years old, after years of consistency and success, he achieved a milestone that had eluded him throughout his career: 20 wins in a single season. With a brilliant performance, Mussina became the first pitcher since Sandy Koufax in 1966 to retire immediately after a 20-win season, a rare feat in a sport where many players extend their careers even after their peak years. During that season, Mussina demonstrated a level of control and intelligence on the mound that set him apart from most veteran pitchers. He adapted his pitching repertoire, compensating for the loss of velocity with impeccable precision and a well-defined strategy against batters. The result was a 3.37 ERA, one of the best of his career, along with just 31 walks allowed and 200.1 innings pitched, a reflection of his mastery over pitch control. Throughout 2008, he maintained his consistency and was a key player for the Yankees. Even though the team did not qualify for the playoffs, Mussina shone individually, recording 3 complete games and a shutout, proving that he was still capable of dominating opponents in his final year in MLB. His performance was so impressive that many wondered if he would reconsider retirement and return for another season. However, Mussina chose to retire at the peak of his career, a rare decision for a player of his caliber. Rather than extending his career and risking decline, he opted to end his journey with an elite performance. This decision reflected his meticulous and disciplined mindset, traits that made him one of the most respected pitchers of his generation. His achievement of reaching 20 wins in his final season was even more significant because few pitchers managed to hit that mark, regardless of the stage of their career. Mussina joined a select group of players who ended their careers at the top, leaving a legacy of excellence and consistency. He proved that age was not a barrier when one possessed exceptional intelligence, preparation, and control. With that incredible final season, Mike Mussina closed his career with a performance worthy of the Hall of Fame. His impact on baseball remained strong even after his retirement, and in 2019, he was immortalized in Cooperstown, solidifying his status as one of the greatest pitchers in the history of the game. After retiring from MLB, Mike Mussina stepped away from the spotlight and focused on his personal and family life. He had always been a dedicated family man, and after more than 2 decades of professional career, spending time with his loved ones became a priority. Mussina settled in his home in Pennsylvania, where he lives with his wife and children, enjoying a more tranquil lifestyle. Although he left the field, he remains an important presence within the baseball community. Although he left behind statistics and competitive challenges, Mussina maintained a strong connection to the sport that made him famous. He continues to be involved in philanthropic activities, supporting various causes and charitable organizations. The former pitcher has used his platform and prestige to promote initiatives that positively impact society, with a special focus on education and supporting young athletes pursuing a career in baseball. His work off the field reflects the same commitment and discipline he demonstrated as a player. Mussina has also been a constant figure at historical MLB events, participating in ceremonies celebrating major milestones and interacting with former teammates and fans. He is often invited to give talks and participate in panels where he shares his experience as a pitcher and offers insights into the game, especially on the importance of mental preparation in baseball. His strategic intelligence and meticulous approach make him a valuable source of knowledge for new generations. In addition to his involvement in MLB events, Mussina has also contributed to broadcasts and game analysis, sharing his knowledge and experience with the public. As a former player, he has a unique perspective on the game and uses his platform to comment on pitchers' performances, providing an in-depth view of the sport's dynamics and behind-the-scenes actions. This type of involvement keeps him connected to the baseball community, even in a different role than the one he held during his career. His legacy lives on through the admiration of fans and the respect of his peers. Many young pitchers look up to Mussina as a model of consistency and long-term success. His ability to adapt throughout his career and his dedication to continuous improvement have inspired and continue to inspire current players, showing that success in baseball is not just about talent, but also about hard work and intelligence in the game. Today, after years of a brilliant career, Mike Mussina remains a respected and beloved figure in the baseball world. He not only achieved great feats on the field, but also built a reputation for character and commitment off the field. His post-career life is a natural extension of what he has always represented: dedication, hard work, and above all, a deep love for baseball. Mike Mussina's career is a clear example of how baseball is about more than just statistics and titles. His journey was marked by consistency, hard work, and intelligence, qualities that made him one of the most respected pitchers of his generation. While many athletes seek fame through big wins and records, Mussina built his career with a unique approach, where the real value lay in his ability to adapt, improve, and dominate the game, not just through his numbers, but in the way he dedicated himself to every pitch. In the eyes of many, the absence of a World Series title might have been seen as a flaw, but for true baseball enthusiasts, this omission does not diminish his greatness. Mussina represented the ideal player for an era that began to prioritize efficiency, durability, and meticulous preparation. His impact extends beyond the playing field, as he helped redefine the importance of mental and physical control in a baseball career's longevity. He understood that the game isn't just about what happens during the 9 innings, but also about how you prepare and handle the daily challenges. Looking at Mussina's career, it's impossible not to reflect on the importance of consistency in the world of sports. In the high-pressure universe of MLB, where the spotlight shines on big winners, many forget the names of those who maintain a high standard of excellence over the years. Mussina, with his ability to deliver exceptional seasons year after year, showed that true success in baseball often comes from those who don't seek attention, but simply do their job with mastery. This type of player, often underestimated, is the one who truly upholds the integrity of the game. His ability to adapt to different pitchers, read batters, and adjust his strategy for each game is a lesson for any athlete, whether in baseball or another sport. He understood that the sport is dynamic, and the best are those who constantly reinvent themselves. Mussina never stopped learning and never settled, and this is a clear reflection of his life philosophy. Always strive for excellence, no matter how difficult the challenge ahead. He was a master at controlling what was within his grasp, and that ability to manage pressure is what made him so special. Another aspect that stands out is the way Mussina dealt with change. In 2001, when he signed with the Yankees, he joined a team already filled with stars, and yet he knew how to stand out. His ability to remain relevant, even in a new era and on a team with high expectations, is something few players manage to do so effectively. He proved that it wasn't necessary to be the main star to be essential to the team, and his ability to lead without being the center of attention only increased his relevance on and off the field. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to the channel for more fascinating content, and activate the bell to receive notifications. And don't forget to leave your comment. Finally, the reflection that remains from Mike Mussina's career is that baseball, like life, is about more than just the big moments of glory. Success is often built on consistency, hard work, and a deep understanding of what you're doing. Mussina, throughout his career, taught us that greatness isn't just about reaching the top, but about staying there with dignity, humility, and an unwavering commitment to the craft. His legacy continues to serve as an example for all who aspire not only to be great athletes, but also great professionals, understanding that true excellence lies in daily effort, strategic intelligence, and a commitment to continuous growth. Until the next journey, dear baseball lovers, amen.